उसकी माँ की।
ब्रो उधर भी वॉलंटियर खड़े करो
कोई इस एरिया में से क्रॉस नहीं।
हाँ ये टी एरिया पूरा। कितने बार मना करूँ? 40 बार बोलना पड़ेगा।
ब्रो मत करो, धीरे से बोल सकते हो। नहीं बोलूँगा मैं। सॉफ्टवेयर हाँ तो मत सुन।
भाई ये मैं नहीं कर रहा
check.
Welcome to Querencia 2018. Querencia is the international, intercollegiate, interdisciplinary mega-fest initiated by the School of Business Studies and Social Sciences. We are proud to bring you to the second edition of this grand fest that marks the golden jubilee year of this institution, celebrating change and diversity through its emphasis of bridging disciplines and initiating collaboration. This mega-fest is an amalgamation of the various disciplines which have been grounded into 9 clusters and 2 central events, based upon their areas of specialization and outreach. It brings forth a vision which strives to be unparalleled in the field of university festivals, celebrating the strength of the masses and the uniqueness of the self. Querencia gives strength and overcome their weaknesses. This is the foundation that our fest is built upon, drawing from the masses and giving back to the individual. Within a year of testing the waters, Querencia stands ready to sail forth into the uncharted and unprecedented territories with pure human endeavor and unwavering persistence of 2,000 plus Christites who are ready to set the stage of grandeur and imbibe in the spirit of the 50th year celebration. Viosmos is a global extension of Querencia. It entails challenges that conflate the intensity of reconstructing a destroyed civilization with the intricacy of crafting a provoking poem. The present-day global scenario, charged with activism, humanism, and a dire need for resources, calls for solution and innovations that secure the fate of the human race for the ensuing generations. Grandstand. With the grandeur of theatre, music, and dance, Grandstand, the cultural cluster of Querencia, brings a plethora of events with the touch of cultural extravagance coupled with utmost levels of excitement. Let your creativity flourish to compete with the best teams that share your passion. Telesto. Phanerozoic dissonance, in literal terms, means the breaking up and rearranging the timeline that is known to mankind. This year at Telesto, we plan to provide an experience to our participants that will change them beyond their limits and literally make them travel back in time and maybe the future. We believe that to learn the crux of management and in order to develop core competencies, we have to go back to the basics while also anticipating in which directions the world will be going in the future. Alta Vista. The tourism cluster will give an experience of all the eras of tourism that will test perseverance and skill of our participants. Celebrating 14 years since its inception, this year the fest is sculpted with the theme Intemporal Antiquity. Travel back in time, discover text, and traverse the 7 seas with Magellan and Columbus in these 2 days. Anahata. Psychology is an art. It is the art of understanding people. Anahata, the psychology wing of Querencia, is a way to experience different perspectives in psychology and explore the beauty and diversity of the human mind. Participants will be seen competing in a variety of events ranging from fields in forensics, art, human resources, films, and the clinical world. Vihar. The Economics Cluster Fest is about to step in the portals of Christ, Bannerghatta Road campus shortly and will bring a handful of games requiring your wits to always stand up to their toes. 6 events and 50 plus participants. Indeed, the competition is going to be challenging, thrilling, and alluring. Cocoon. A national-level business plan competition which provides a platform for potential ideas and early startup to evaluate their plan in the risk-free environment of a competition, giving collegiate entrepreneurs a real-world experience to fine-tune their business plans. Cocoon aims to bridge the gap between ideas and the realization of an enterprise. Conundrum. The one and only quiz event calls for quizzing enthusiasts all around, engaging them in a fierce tussle of brains. Participants need to put their speed and knowledge to test. Gobble funk. The English Studies cluster believes that nothing is better than changing perspectives. Being a cluster that solely focuses on English studies, it hopes that the participants of the festival find their own unique voices and perspectives in an attempt seeking new imaginative and innovative creations. Citadel. The Political Science History and Media Studies cluster believe that nothing is better than active dialogue. Participants can find themselves sparring with ideologies, pushing critical analysis beyond boundaries, coming up with new meanings to conversation in an attempt to approach the utopian dialogue. The perspectives of political science, history, and media studies converge at this point at the dialectics of dialogue. And now, for the team that will beat all odds and emerge as the best amongst all the contenders. For those who put in their dedication, hard work, and no room for cutting corners while aspiring for pure perfection. We present before you the overall trophy of Querencia 2018.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Noel.
And I, Melissa, will be your MCs this morning. Querencia 2018, title sponsored by SPAR, is an annual international, interdisciplinary, and intercollegiate fest hosted by the School of Business Studies and Social Sciences, Christ, deemed to be University. The first ever mega fest of its kind, Querencia was conceived with the purpose of bringing together students of different disciplinary backgrounds to compete together in the spirit of greater learning and fellowship. Signifying a place from which one can draw strength, Querencia seeks to provide participants with a platform to harness their strengths in order to overcome their weaknesses.
The grandeur of this fest shall be even greater this time, as participants fuel the spirit of our Golden Jubilee celebrations with a showcase of their grit, determination, and excellence during this two-day mega event. Moreover, Querencia's interdisciplinary approach shall make it a hub for creativity and innovation, wherein every cluster will test its participants' extensive thinking and will aim to bring out the best in them.
On that exhilarating note, I would like to call upon the Masters of Rhythm, the University Dance Team, for the Invocation Dance.
संगीतमे अमर सल्लापमे संगीतमे अमर सल्लापमे मण्णिनु विण्णिंदे वरदानमे वेदनये पोलुम वेदान्तमाक्कुन्न नादानुसन्धान कैवल्यमे संगीतमे अमर सल्लापमे आदिम चैतन्य नाभिയിൽ വീരിയും ആയിരമിതളുള്ള താമരയിൽ ആദിമ ചൈതന്യ നാഭിയിൽ വീരിയും ആയിരമിതളുള്ള താമരയിൽ രചനാ ചതുരൻ ചതുർമുഖനുണർന്നു രചനാ ചതുരൻ ചതുർമുഖനുണർന്നു സർഗം തുടർന്നു കലയിലൊരു സ്വർഗം വിടർന്നു മധുര മധു രുചിര സുമനളിനദള കഥനഹര മൃദുലതര ഹൃദയ സദനലതികയണിഞ്ഞ സംഗീതമേ അമര സല്ലാപമേ സരിഗ സരി നിഗരി ഗരി സരി ധനി രി ധനി ദബ ഗമ പദ നി സ പദ മ പ സ നി ഗരി ഗ സ നി സ ദബ നി ധ സ നി നി ധ ഗരി ധ ധ നി ധ മഗരി ധരി ഗ രി ഗ മഗരി നി ധനി ഗരി ധനി ധ ധനി ദബ മ pani daba maga gari sa ni sa ri da ni da ni sa ni da ba da pa da ni sa ri ga ga ri da ni da ba ga ma pa da ni संगीतमे अमर सल्लावमे संगीतमे अमर सल्लावमे
Check, check. Thank you, team, for giving our journey a beautiful beginning.
From mystery to clarity, from darkness to light, the mascot of peace guides us all. Bringing a sense of serenity into our chaotic minds, the lamp of light symbolizes our efforts towards a better tomorrow.
I now invite our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Krishnan, our Associate Dean, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, KUPSA Coordinator, Professor Lakshmi Karthikeyan, and Student Representative Ananya Sharma onto the dais to light the lamp while the choir renders the invocation song.
Professor Lakshmi Karthikeyan, KUPSA Coordinator at School of Business Studies and Social Sciences, completed her undergraduate studies followed by post-graduation from Mahatma Gandhi University. Having secured her MPhil from Christ Deemed to be University, she is currently pursuing her PhD from the same. Having delivered several academic prospects on various management disciplines, she has indeed made her mark in this institution while offering her constant support and motivation to all association activities. We now call upon Professor Lakshmi Karthikeyan to deliver the inaugural address.
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Mr. Rajiv Krishnan, Associate Dean, School of Business Studies and Social Science, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Student Representative, Ms. Ananya Sharma, guest and participants from other institutions, esteemed faculty colleagues, and my dear Christites, a very good morning. We are gathered here to inaugurate the most awaited International Intercollegiate Interdisciplinary Fest, Querencia 2018, organized by School of Business Studies and Social Science, Christ deemed to be University, Bannerghatta Road campus. CUBSA is a vibrant and active association of students of Christ Bannerghatta Road campus, guided and supported by faculty coordinators. It comprises of students from economics, English, media, political science, history, psychology, finance and international business, business studies honors, and travel and tourism students. CUBSA encourages and promotes the growing talent of students in all events as it organizes co-curricular and extracurricular activities for the integral development of every student. In all, it enables an individual to think and function beyond the boundaries of regular curriculum. Ladies and gentlemen, CUBSA proudly present to you the second edition of the biggest event of Christ deemed to be University, Querencia 2018, title sponsored by Spar Hypermarket. Querencia has successfully surfaced as its brand in itself by invoking participation of more than 600 students from different institutions across India and 76 teams participating from 22 different universities abroad. This year, the two-day extravaganza will witness the coalescence of the finest exponents of cultural, social science, and managerial acumen as they compete in a series of events to emerge victorious. And to mark this auspicious occasion, we have amongst us Mr. Rajiv Krishnan, Managing Director and CEO of Max Hypermarket and Spar India. Sir has over 30 years of experience in the field of global retail and consumer background. His experience and unique leadership skills over decades has delivered cutting-edge results in consumer goods and retail business. I deem it my honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest. Sir, on behalf of CUBSA, I welcome you. Our guiding star, our inspiration, and a visionary par excellence, our beloved Dean Dr. Jyoti Kumar, is unparalleled in her commitment and service. Ma'am, your indispensable support and guidance has always helped the association to achieve all our new targets set. Ma'am, on behalf of association, I welcome you. A true leader is the one who doesn't shy away from sharing the load of the team. Our student representative, Ms. Ananya Sharma, is a personification of this venture. Ananya, I extend a hearty welcome to you. Querencia 2018 is a stage to showcase the best talents from across the world, and this objective is made meaningful by the wholehearted participation from the contingents that travel far and wide to join us. I am delighted to welcome all the participants and faculty members from all our participating institutions. I welcome all representatives from our sponsor companies, media, and other invitees on this momentous occasion. Querencia 2018 materialized through persistent and tireless endeavors of my fellow association coordinators. I welcome each one of you today. The faculty members of School of Business Studies and Social Sciences are the force to be reckoned with, and I take pride in welcoming all my learned colleagues. The insistent support of our administrative staff of the university makes every endeavor of ours fruitful. I humbly welcome each one of you. The students of School of Business Studies and Social Sciences are the strength of Bannerghatta Road campus. They are the foot soldiers to whom no conquest is unattainable. Their vibrancy, enthusiasm, and never-ceasing quest for excellence make them unique, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome my dearest Christide to this, our inaugural ceremony of Querencia 2018. All the very best to all of you. May the best team win. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Presenting to you the main video of Querencia 2018, titled Sponsored by SPA. The guiding star for all our endeavors, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Associate Dean, School of Business Studies and Social Sciences, Christ Deemed to be University, has been our source of constant motivation and support. Her guidance has been a driving force in the inception of this fest. Ma'am has had an extensive career in academia, having completed her undergraduate studies from Bangalore University, followed by Masters in Business Administration from the same. She currently holds an MPhil alongside a PhD from Christ deemed to be university as well. Having presented and published several papers in matters of various disciplines of management, she is indeed an inspirational academician. On that account, I kindly invite you, ma'am, to embrace the gathering with your thought-provoking words.
Respected Chief Guest for this morning, Shri Rajiv Krishnan, Managing Director and CEO, SPAR from the Landmark Group. Other guests from SPAR, Sri Sole Shaktivel, Senior Vice President Food Business, Shri Pearl Raj Kanivadi, Vice President Marketing. Other invitees, guests, participant colleges, senior professors and teachers from various institutions, my esteemed faculty colleagues in the School of Business Studies and Social Sciences, and my dear students. At the outset, being the host, I would like to sincerely apologize to all of you for any inconvenience caused to you because of the shift in the program from yesterday to today and tomorrow. We know it is beyond our control, but we've only complied. And thank you so much for your cooperation indeed. As was mentioned earlier, and we saw it through the inauguration, this is a very big day for the School of Business Studies and Social Sciences because we have our Intercollegiate, International, Interdisciplinary Mega Fest. The idea is to bring all of you together under one roof to interact and learn. All of us know that the landscape of both business and education has changed. We are all living in the same world, parallelly working to do our best, and I think all of us have that unity of direction that the goal is societal welfare. There are no two ways of thinking about it, and I think when I say the landscape has changed, both in terms of education and business, what comes to my mind now is basically, maybe one of those could be how social learning has taken over remote learning concept. Both in class for us, how we learn through community engagement, how we learn through interactions with the society is the same thing what business is doing. So we are living in some kind of a parallel world, and I think we are preparing for each other. All seated here are potential employees. I think the millennials. Any guesses who are the millennials born after 1998, precisely. Not even 2000, all those born after 1998. And I'm sure all of us, the students, not all of us, the students seated here are definitely millennials, which means in the next 2-3 years, you are going to be the people in the industry who will change the world further. And that's the effort we are doing here to constantly see to it that you learn what is required. Having said this, it is not to say that we are the churning machines or institutions and universities are not creating outputs which will be the input for the industry, but at least to prepare you to take up the challenges. And for us specifically, how we learn through interdisciplinarity. While I'm saying this, I think Jack Ma is coming to my mind. He's in the news now. Who is Jack Ma? The Alibaba guy. Very interesting. While I said interdisciplinary, why? Because if you look at the history of what he has done, he is a Chinese icon, a business icon. Now let me connect why I remembered. He started as an English teacher, had a very, very short stint in education, and then moved it seems, to the police department in China. Way into his beginning, it seems he was called good for nothing there, and then he had a very, very short stint there, and then he moved on. From there, it seems, he applied for a job to KFC, where 24 people were interviewed and 23 were selected, and he was the 24th who did not get selected. And then whatever happened is history. So you will see how it's not that you have to call it success right in the beginning, but you can make your way into if you have a passion to drive some change. And now what is he doing? At the age of 53, going to be 54, he wants to quit and say, enough is enough, I've done, I've created an empire, and now I want to go back to the society. This is where I started. Telling you how we have social learning and social engagement. Now he wants to be a philanthropist. He wants to go back to society and work for some cause, and specifically, he says he wants to work towards education and a cause for education. The lesson, or what is it that I wanted to transact with you and tell you as a message is, you never know what you want to do into life if you already have some ideas, some passion, and you have a dream, you chase it. Or if you're not very clear, destiny will definitely take you there. But ultimately, there is no substitute to hard work, irrespective of whether you have decided what you want to do, not decided what you want to do. Engagements like this, coming together for festing, need not necessarily be that all of us will win, but everybody will have some kind of a learning in between. And through this, I completely understand this age is something I was recently discussing with some of my colleagues a few days ago, that all of us go through something called as a spotlight syndrome, that we are constantly worrying what others are thinking of us, what others are thinking of what we are wearing, how we are walking, how we are moving around. It is constantly disturbing us, but then the thought should be how others perceive us and see what we are capable of doing. And I think each one of us sitting here are good and good enough to do something well in life. So activities like this should bring you together and for a sustainable good. Through these 2 days, I wish and pray that you have a lot of learning. You engage yourself in interacting, networking. I'm sure we have over 600 participants from various institutions come here, and all 600 of us are different, plus another 3,000 on campus. So this is going to be a festival of learning. Let the best team win. I remain.
Thank you, ma'am, for those enlightening words. Christ, deemed to be university, has had a glorious journey since its inception, and this year is a perfect landmark for all its achievements and successes. We, the Christ family, are proud to celebrate 50 years of our institution this year, and we are extremely humbled and blessed to be such a beautiful family. And as we all know, Christ likes to celebrate its glories in all color and celebration. Abhinaya is a Golden Jubilee celebration of Christ deemed to be university. It includes a vibrant mix of dance, music, and theater, and aims to bring all Christites together in this splendor.
Live your passion, be it through dance, music, or theatre. We welcome you to the official launch of Abhinaya, the Golden Jubilee mega production of BGR campus. The representation of a story through various forms of breathtaking dance, live vibrant music, and the emotions of theatre will surely leave the audience awestruck. With this professionally crafted performance, we hope to bring the stage alive with each beat of music, each step of dance, and each dialogue of theatre. This will merely be the beginning of an annual event that will showcase the university's deep-rooted culture in the years to come. presenting to you the official logo of Abhinaya. Can we please have the video played?
ये सिर्फ एक नाटक नहीं है, ये रंगमंच है जिंदगी का। ये महज एक कहानी नहीं दिखाता है, ये तो किरदारों को जीना सिखाता है। ये आवाजें, ये गीत तुम्हारे अंदर की गूंज है, ये कहीं ना कहीं तुम में पहले से ही मौजूद है। फलसफा बहुत खूबसूरत है इस मंच का। ये सिर्फ एक नाटक नहीं, ये रंगमंच है जिंदगी का।
Alive. Do you feel that too? As I feel the stage beneath me, my conscience awakens. Feet clench and fingers stretched out, there we stand, trying to make sense of the oblivious, to make this feeling remain until the infinite. This path isn't easy, but we will strive and survive. For dance is all that I am and all that I want to be.
After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. Life is for the living, death is for the dead. Let life be like music, and everything else a note unsaid.
This is not my journey.
Or your journey.
This is our journey.
Would you join us?
Coming to you on February 9th, save the date. Thank you.
Mr. Rajiv Krishnan is the Managing Director and CEO of Spa India and Max Hypermarket. He has had over 30 years of experience in the global retail and consumer background. He was the Group Vice President at Target Operations, Executive Vice President at Bharti Retail, which is a part of the Bharti Walmart venture, and Senior Expert for McKinsey's Retail. His journey with Target, Walmart, McKinsey, and Spa has helped him develop well-rounded global consumer knowledge and retail domain expertise. Innovation and differentiation built on the foundation of strong teams and great merchandising have been at the core of his journey all these years. He was recently awarded India's Most Trusted CEO of 2018 by WCRC International Group. Mr. Rajiv and his team have embarked on a journey to deliver a distinctive retail experience for their customers. We now call upon Mr. Rajiv Krishnan to address the gathering.
Good morning. We try again. Good morning. I thought this is supposed to be 50 years of a celebration. Let's try again. Good morning. Where's the energy? Come on, one more time. Good morning. I'll get you woken up before we're done. Ma'am, Professor Lakshmi, Ananya, to all the professors, teachers of Christ University, students. This has to be one of the most humbling days of my career. And I know you wouldn't expect to hear that. And I know right now you're worried about all the activities that are supposed to start pretty soon, but I am going to share a little bit about my personal life, little bit about what I believe is required in us nowadays in life, and SPA's journey, because I think all three are connected. I wasn't going to share this today, but somebody did, and they said, you know, I got awarded what I did last week, which was, I didn't know how to, accept it, because to be one of the most trusting leaders in any sense has got to be one of the most precious things that any teacher can possibly get. But when I got that award, apart from celebrating with my team, because it wasn't us, by the way, SPAR also got the top, we were ranked in the top 30 brands in India. After sharing the success with my team a little bit, the first person who came to my mind was my late principal, Reverend Nelapathy from St. Joseph's College. He was the principal there. He was the first person that came to my mind. This same Rajiv Krishnan was a complete failure when he was 10 or 11. I had no confidence, curly hair, buck teeth. I was shorter than every girl in my class. I'm not kidding. I couldn't speak in front of one person, I couldn't. My parents were divorced. I did not have a very strong family foundation. But I was blessed with those mentors and some friends in life. Those 5 years at Joseph's, and I was at Joseph. Anybody from Joseph's here, by the way? Yay, there you go. Good, good, good. You guys better do well, huh? Hey, listen, I mean, that's my college, yeah? And you better go back and tell somebody what I am saying today. Those 5 years, and I was telling Jyoti ma'am this morning also, defined me more than anything else I have done in my life. Anything else in my life. And I proudly say that, I confidently say that, and I think that's one of the reasons I chose to, and we at SPAR chose to be part of this function. We are not sponsors of any event. We are here to support, collaborate, and work with our future, and you are the future. If Reverend Nelapathy hadn't given me that opportunity to believe in myself, to push me, to drive me, and he did it in a very silent way. He was very strict, by the way, but he loved me. I was part of the cultural team. Oh, by the way, those days, I think Joseph's and Christ were the two best rock groups in India. We were one of the best cultural teams in India, and Joseph's normally came first. No disrespect to you guys, but you were a close second. You can't win everything in life, you know. But even today, and I hope I can leave you with that inspiration saying, you're not just here to study today. You will only realize when you get to my spot years later in life, possibly. Because these experiences is about relationships, it's about adversity, it's about challenges, it's about innovation, it's about creativity. And fundamentally, I think it's about believing in yourself. I was very pleasantly surprised and happy to hear when ma'am just said, believe in yourself. And I strongly believe in that. Because you can get any job based on your CV or getting through an interview. But trust me, you will never be successful in your life if you don't believe in yourself and figure out how to manage other people. That is the crux of life. I mean, every interview that I personally do, and I do interviews all the way down every level in our company, it's only to find out about the person I'm meeting, not about the CV I'm looking at. I never look at a CV beyond 30 seconds. I don't. Because I want to find out about the individual and how they're going to contribute and add value for themselves first, and then the organization, and then society. So I ask each of you sitting up here, I may never see any of you again, I might, but maybe 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, one of you can come and say, you remember what you said that day? I am making a difference somewhere and I feel good about myself. Secondly, I started this thing with trying to get you all pumped up. For me, it was not about the noise. I'm in awe standing here. I had a dream also one day. When I was in college, I had a dream. I'm not trying to imitate Martin Luther King, but I did have a dream. I always wanted to be an actor. I was a stand-up comedian. Now, don't spread all this. If there's any media, please shut it out. These are small stories of dreams that never happened. I wanted to be. So you can imagine when you're an actor, what do you want to do? This is life, man. So as soon as I walked in, I looked at Pearl and Sola, I said, I am dead and I'm going to heaven. Now, I don't know what I'm going to say up here, but when you see the power of what is sitting in front of you, I wish you could come and stand here with me right now. Come and stand here with me and see what I'm seeing. I see our future, and I'm not a politician. I see our future if only you choose to do something with it. And at SPAR 2 years back, and we're a very simple group of people. You come and meet us. We're not the who's who of anything, irrespective of any award we've got. We're a simple group, 250 people, who believe in a few fundamental things. So 2 years back, when I joined SPAR, My team and myself sat down and asked ourselves, saying, what did we want to be? You know, every company writes these vision statements. 99% of us don't even know what's on that piece of paper, don't know who wrote it, when, you forget about it, and you keep on doing something else. But I will never forget that meeting. It was just a half-an-hour meeting, and we wrote down what we believed, and to date, we live it. And the vision simply said we wanted to be the most innovative and engaging hypermarket in India. And you can ask yourselves or ask me saying, well, so what's the big deal? The reason was based on what's going on in society today. Levels of stress are so high, from traffic to pressures of job, to salary, to family issues, to nuclear families, you name it. Shopping was not fun anymore. You know, it's a chore. Inspire said, how can we make a difference in your lives? And selfishly saying, then you'll buy something when you come to Spar. So we said, let's be the most engaging retailer we possibly can be. And then the second sentence, I think, was even more important to us than the first. And it simply said, make a difference in the lives of your team, your guests, your communities, and your shareholders. So everything we do, and that's why I came here. When Ananya and the team came and met me last week, I was so proud of them. She doesn't know that. I gave her a hard time. I gave them a hard time. Maybe didn't even give all the money I was supposed to give. Doesn't matter. But I was so proud of what they were trying to do. I'm so proud of what you're trying to do because this is what's going to define a lot. For those of you bored, wake up and make a difference out there somewhere. Do something special. Do something in your communities because the world is changing. The world is not going to be about your intellectual horsepower. It is not going to be. The more you get towards intellect, guess what's happening? We're detaching from our society. We're detaching from each other. I mean, I see it in my own office when we sit next to each other and we don't even know what somebody else is going through right next to us. What kind of society is that? Why is life becoming like that? I'm not saying you shouldn't be successful, but be inclusively successful. Take happiness in seeing somebody else win. That power that you will get, and I'm not kidding you, I'm not a philanthropist, I'm not a speaker. Trust me, my heart's beating like nobody's business right now. I don't even know what I'm saying. My speech is here, I've not even looked at it. But I'm imploring all of you, make a difference in your family starting tomorrow. Make a difference in your school in some small way. You know, you don't have to be in the union or to be the secretary or the leader to say you're a leader. You can be a leader of the heart, you can be a leader of the mind. Make a difference in your community in some small way. Because if you don't, society will just break up on its own, and it is happening. Don't let it happen. So without preaching much more, it's an honor, absolute honor. I never thought I would, Josephs, I never thought I would come to Christ College and do what I'm doing, but you don't know what you've done to me. It's a small dream. You let me fulfill it. And to all of you from all the different schools, colleges, universities, international students, to the entire faculty here, have a blast and go make a difference out there. Love you guys and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. I am a very slow reader. I read maybe 3 or 4 books a year. So I listen to podcasts and the occasional audiobook. And I watch TED Talks, said Jose Gonzalez. Presenting to you the first edition of TEDx Christ University in School of Business Studies and Social Sciences Christ, deemed to be university.
I now call upon the student representative, Ananya Sharma, for the vote of thanks.
respected Chief Guest, Associate Dean, guests, esteemed faculty, and my peers. Querencia, the Mega Fest, was conceptualized last year. This year, we could only achieve Querencia's success through countless hours of burning the midnight oil. And we could not have accomplished what we've set out to accomplish without the invaluable support of several people who have helped make Querencia a huge success. On behalf of the Querencia team, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Krishnan, Managing Director and CEO of SPAR India. Thank you, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and inspiring all of us. I request our Associate Dean, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, to please present a token of our, a token of our appreciation to Mr. Rajiv Krishnan. I would also like to thank Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Associate Dean, Christ University, Bannerghatta Road Campus, for giving us this opportunity and constantly supporting us with vigor and enthusiasm. I would also like to thank our coordinator, Professor Lakshmi Karthikeyan, for her invaluable guidance and always being ever so ready when we've needed her help. I would take this opportunity to thank all the faculty coordinators and professors who have day in and day out helped bring our events to life. I would also like to express my gratitude to our title sponsor SPAR and our additional sponsors, Byju's, BCM Group, Let's Wash, Shri Aditya, Achievers, Twiggy, Shiel Electricals, Tosa Cuisine, Digital Academy 360, Kaizen Fitness, Rapido, Prap, Sunrise PG, Vitamin Berry, Triveni, LCP Building Private Limited, IMS, Minute Maid, Grabon, Baidyanath, Zebronics, Stock Market Institute, Vridhi Fitness, Smash, MFC, JBL, Kinley, Cabana, Hoot, Bangalore Mirror, and Waffle Valley. I would also request all of you to give a huge round of applause to our technical and non-technical staff for always helping us set up and run the show. I would also like to thank the volunteers for extending the best of your efforts to give Querencia 2018 the dynamic kickstart it so deserves. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants for taking part in the numerous exciting events that we have planned for you over the next 2 days. I pray you give each round your best and strive for success. Thank you all for being patient and so supportive.
Thank you, Ananya. Kindly rise for the Christ anthem.
Held high and hearts so strong.
Kindly remain standing as the dignitaries leave the auditorium. An announcement. All the Alta Vista participants are requested to report to the registration desk at the ground floor to report to their respective venues.